Jun. Am I supposed to be looking at you? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can look at him.
Okay. I'm a practicing ceramic artist, and I'm also ceramics throwing / hand building instructor, and I'm currently working as a studio technician at Studio Fundamentals. I was really bad at math, so I really enjoyed art classes since I was a little kid, and it just naturally flowed into pursuing art full-time. I first started off painting, but I realized that painting wasn't enough for me, and I fell in love with the tactile quality of the material and the 3D aspect as well. Yeah, it was very satisfying for me, so yeah. Yeah, the community was invaluable to me. The conversations I got to have with different artists and sharing knowledge with each other, the critiques that that we had in classes, and also the new Emily Carr campus just had everything that I needed, like a glazed kitchen, kilns, like Michelle was talking about. Large spaces, library, everything I could ask for as an artist. I would say, again, conversations with friends, other artists, and yeah, I take a lot of pictures when I'm like out for a walk when I'm in different places, and they really they inspire me a lot, like little random things. So I would say those are my biggest inspiration for my practice. Yeah. I don't think I'm trying to, obviously there are certain visuals that I'm trying to achieve through my firing, through my glazes, through my hand building and throwing, but I think I'm in the process of figuring out what my ultimate achievement is, and I don't think I need to know now. Yeah. I think that's the type of question is at what point does a sandwich become a hamburger, and does a hamburger become a sandwich, you know? I think it's a very ambiguous boundary, but yeah. I think it's up to the artist. If they say it's a craftsman's work, then maybe it's not a piece of art, but if it's, does that make sense? Yeah. Art is always important because it makes you question our current system and what's going on in the world. And also I think ceramic art is important because ceramic objects are just really loaded with a lot of history and in its function and how they are integrated in our everyday lives, and I feel there is so much for artists to talk about within that field. So yeah. I don't think I have one yet. No, I'm gonna have to see how they turn out, and yeah. Oh. Oh, I have one. This. It's a knife or a really good sharp pin tool. I use it to cut everything. I can't live without it. It changes, both throwing and hand building, and sometimes I just really enjoy wedging my clay before starting. So yeah, I love all aspects of it. No, wait, you know what? I love making my own glazes. Yeah, and then there's nothing more satisfying than opening a kiln and then seeing that it worked. The glaze recipes are shared online and with other artists, and I just test them out, and I like to tinker it a little bit so that it works to my taste. At the moment, I'm really in love with Joshua Clark's like architectural ceramics, and I've always been in love with Ettore Sotsas's ceramics and his funky like architectural furniture. Yeah. Yeah, again, I think when opening YKLM and seeing that it worked, like that your pieces survived. And also just the process of envisioning something in my head and then seeing it come alive in clay is very, yeah, I think it's very satisfying. Material, hours of work, yeah, the cost of, yeah, materials and hours. I think it was when I made this like pink purplish glaze that I was really excited about, and it didn't work out. Still working on it. This ashtray is my textile. It wasn't supposed to be this color.
Nice though.
Thank you.
Very nice, but not purple.
Yeah, I think I forgot to put a material in, like an ingredient, and I
Can you show it to the camera?
it's an ashtray. Yeah. Well, I feel like the past couple years of being in art school, I think I was really fragmented. Like my inspiration was like very scattered and like all over the place, and I think I'm just starting to find a happy point where I can bring everything together. So I think that's where I'm at. I don't think I personally refer to like a specific time or a culture, but I think I'm generally inspired by how ceramics evolve like over time, like historically with humans, and like the general like the development. I think I'm just very like inspired by that, like as a whole, rather than specifically one timeline. Yeah, like I mentioned, Joshua Clark, Ettore Sotsas, sorry, artists, who else? Michelle, my studio mates. Yeah, I guess I would have to say Ettore Sotsas, the way he stacked ceramics in their like traditional like vessel form, but they were also again like very architectural and functional in a non-conventional way. Yeah, I think that was. I don't think I've had too many clients to say that they're like the best of the worst.
How about one of your students then?
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I think the worst is when people have their own issues and they just like take it out on you. Yeah, obviously you know it's not. Yeah, and I think the best is when just people just enjoy the whole process. Yeah, and they are very understanding of the nature of the material, and instead of being obsessed with coming up with a product. Yeah, I learned a lot. Actually, I think my skill set just like significantly improved while teaching. Yeah, because students have different perspectives that you don't necessarily see when you're by yourself in your studio. So, yeah, like learn a lot from students. Different techniques, like different concerns. Yeah. I think my favorite part is when like people have their like aha moments, like they don't know how to center and they get it and something like clicks in their head and they get it, and then from that point on like they just really like enjoy the rest of the process. And yeah, just like watching people grow from the beginning, from like nothing to something, is huge for me. Yeah, I was very interested in combining like traditional vessel forms with body parts, and yeah, it was like a series of experimentation with form, like on the wheel and like through hand building. Yeah. I don't think I immediately like know where my inspiration comes from. I always end up making something and then I realize that, oh, this is like what I must have been sort of, this is what it must have been sort of going on in the back of my head while I was making this. So yeah, I think I was, now that I look at my work finished, must have been thinking about like aliens and like body parts and like alternative like function. Yeah.
Thank you so much for interviewing.